Hey, what's going on? This is DK Smith checking in. Finally get a chance to debrief about my New York trip it's a couple weeks ago now. It was a lot of fun. One of my clients, I got the phone call. It was like, hey D, we need you in New York. We about ready to sign. Woo woo. And I was like, all right, cool. Got a flight the next day. Suited up. Went over to Sony and. A lot of fun. Before we even got to Sony, went to MTV, hung out with my boy Doma T for a little bit. Follow him, he's a host on MTV News. Man, he's one of my good friends, blowing up. It's DOMETI _. Check him out. So we did some interviews with him for MTV, went down to BET, met some people around there, hung out, took some pictures. It was dope, got some video. Got some pics with Doma T and Lil Ju. For y'all who don't know, Lil Ju is Meg Thee Stallion's producer, producer of Cash Shit. Just went platinum. Shout out to Ju. Shout out to the baby and Meg. Then got with the team, and one of the reasons I agreed to work with my friends who run Fair Taste. Fair Taste is their company. They manage artists and producers and whatnot. And it's a different model. What we're doing is we're taking the next hottest or the next great artists and producers and making sure that not only do they have the best deals on paper, with the best companies, but they have the best financial situation. So we're making sure, they're properly and legally protected. They're properly financially protected, right? They have the right representation, for every single meeting that's outside of their craft. For example, when we go meet with these big companies and these financial, these wealth managers, most of the time, our clients, the artists, they're not even there. Like what they're doing what they love to do and what's making them great, right? Which is making music, and they trust me and trust us enough to let us do what we do and what we love to do. And for me, especially, what I love to do is making sure that people who are on my team or who I look after, they are taken care of. They're secure. They have nothing to worry about. That I give my best to the best of my ability and the ability of my network to make sure that everything is taken care of legally and financially. Making sure that with that first check, you're not getting, you're not going out getting a Bentley. You're not going out getting a Ferrari. What you're doing is you're putting it up to start your generational wealth right now. We're buying portfolios. We're buying stocks and bonds, and you go back to making music because guess what? This is not going to be your last check. It's not going to be your last big check. The way that I work and the way that everybody I work with works. This was not a one-time thing. It's not a one-hit wonder. It's not a we're working towards greatness. We're working towards being the best. Not today. Not even in 5 years. Maybe 10, 20 years from now. Being relevant. Being that thought leader. And that's kind of what we're doing. But anyway, so going, we got to Sony, and it was cool popping champagne with, met with Big John. That was dope. If you don't know Big John, check him out, John Platt. Super cool guy. It was good to catch up, and he did a talk at the Sony headquarters on The Black Godfather. Check that out if you haven't. Checked it out already. He's actually in the documentary and talks about it. Just Clarence Avant and how he shaped the music industry and really the world over the last 50, 60 years. And so somebody I really respect and and is doing big things, and I'm looking forward to working with in the future. Yeah. So after we signed and after all that and the champagne, popping bottles and all, everyone had their fun. We went out to eat, went to have some food, and then what's the first thing Ju got on that laptop, started working at dinner after he just signed, biggest check of his life. After dinner, what do? Went to the studio for like 6-7 hours because this is not the last time. This is the first of many. Next day, we made our rounds, went and checked out a couple other places. Had some meetings with some people, by the water in New York, across in Brooklyn and whatnot. Just doing deals and getting meetings and telling a story and making sure that the whole team is secure and making sure that everyone's set up for success. But that's just like one of the many hats that I find myself wearing now that I have my own business, my own brand. So it's not just small businesses. It's not just startups. It's not just mid-sized companies that are looking to acquire smaller bolt-ons. But it's actors, entertainers, celebrities. I got a couple more clients that I represent. I can't talk about. I don't really talk about. But it's we over here working, and it's been an exciting ride so far. It's been a nice end to the decade. But it's a lot of work, a lot more work to be done. I'm excited for it. This is what I've worked for my whole life, just to share greatness with with great people, with someone who's really shaping shaping the music industry, shaping the way we move, the way we dance. That for me, that's powerful. Watching you go to work is powerful. We're in the studio, focused, zoned in, and it's just dope because everyone has their studio, right? Where you focus, where you lock in, where you put in the hours, and understanding what it takes to be great, to actually be great, not to scroll through Instagram and not to cap on the phone or whatever, but to really truly be great and how much work it actually takes. Anyway, speaking of being great and doing work, I gotta get back to work myself. So I'll let y'all